The need for institutional child care is increasing day by day. Already we discussed in the previous class, the daycare centers are growing day by day in rural areas, so in all over India, in rural areas, in private sector and government sector, there is huge number of daycare centers are emerging, establishing day by day for the sake of development of child in the early stages. We have already studied the socio-economic factors that are responsible for this change under Unit 1 of this book. In this chapter, we will discuss the essential and desirable things to be available in an early childhood education center as specified by NCERT. So, what are the requirements of to establish a daycare center? What are the facilities we need, like physical facilities and infrastructure facilities and different information? What is the area to establish a daycare center, and the physical structure and facilities? What are the physical structure? What is physical structure and facility? What are the facilities we need to provide a daycare center? Early childhood education is characteristically a play and activity based program for which an essential equipment is adequate space, both indoor and outdoor. Adequate space, adequate space, both indoors and outdoors. Adequate space would be imply not only sufficient space for free movement, but also appropriate in terms of safe sanitation, light, and ventilation. The specifications have been laid down keeping in mind the constraints and the wide diversities. It may suggested that in situation where the early childhood education center itself may not have necessary facility, it may explore the possibilities of availing the facilities in the vicinity. The quality of environment also influences the interaction between adults and children. However, mere presence of physical infrastructure does not assurance quality of the food. First of what is the location? Which location we have to establish? We need to, what is the requirements of location? Where we need to establish the early childhood center? The building location, the school location, the center location. It is site that is safe and easily accessible to children. If we establish one center, it is far away from city, it's not usable. So children should go easily within the distance of radius of 1 or 2 kilometers only. Otherwise, it is difficult to move to the daycare center. If the children have to walk, it should be within up to 1 kilometer radius of the locality to which it is catering. Otherwise, the purpose of daycare center is not used, not up to the mark. It not achieved. Where transport is available, if we are establishing a daycare center in out of the station, there is no transport facilities available. It is not useful to the children who are needful to take daycare centers. Where transport is available, it should be within 1 to 8 kilometers. If transport, if walkable distance is up to 1 kilometer, if transport is available, that is 1 to 8 kilometers radius of the locality which is scattered. The preschool should be located on the ground floor, not in the second floor, third floor, nowadays many centers are establishing in apartments, in their convenient places, their own houses. It is not easy to catch a floor. There is first floor, second floor, third floor. It is difficult to move towards its floor. So it is better to will locate a preschool in a ground floor. It is easily accessible to the children. Safe from hazards, like if we establish in a daycare center in a heavy traffic, it is not care for the children. It's not safe for children. And also the sound pollution is more, and it show it shows, and it is a variable intervening, like intervening variable to learn something of child. Safe from hazards like heavy traffic, ponds. In nowadays, there are number of accidents are we saying children are going to ponds and without they don't swimming, and like that they are falling in the ponds and the deaths are happening in ditches and nallas and pollution. The preschool may be close to adjacent to a primary school. Why? Because a student studying in a primary school, it is accessible to learn something and learn activities. The preschool may be located away from distracting noises of traffic. Without there is no noise, it is better. Otherwise, it is difficult to do the activities. The immediate surroundings of the preschool may have plenty of natural resources which can be used educative material. If the resources are very huge, then it is easy to use, and it is utilize children's learning, and it is affects the learning of children. The model of a daycare center, the first is a guest room. This is guest room, or if parents or any other will come, then they will sit in the guest room and will discuss with everything. And second one is office room. The office room will be for the office staff. And three is nursing care, health checkup room. If any student falls ill, then this room will be taken caring by this room, health checkup by the doctors and other medical persons. And four, this is playroom or sleeping room. If children are tired, tired, then they'll go to sleep. This is useful. This room for play as well as sleeping. And fifth one is if more now there are number of daycare centers will provide the food. So there, there is a need for we need to the care center need to provide food. So they need to establish a dining room, and this is dining room, this is kitchen, this is dining room. Students will go and eat in the dining hall. Then seventh, these are washrooms. Students will go to washroom to clean and everything. And this is storeroom. The storeroom will be available to store the books or material or everything, the play material or anything. And nine one, this one is made bedroom, the dressing room. If the children you change the dress or any other, the dressing room will be good. And then what, this is veranda. Veranda will be used for ventilation purpose. And even though this is entrance. Entrance, guest room, office room, nursing care, health checkup room, and the fourth one sleep and activity room, fifth one kitchen, sixth one dining room, seventh one toilet, eighth one storeroom, ninth one dressing room, tenth veranda. And this is the entrance of the play daycare center. This is a model of daycare center. If any changes, little bit changes, no problem. This should be in the ground floor only. Building plan and rooms. The building plan should be planned to conform strictly to the laws of sanitation, hygiene, and ventilation, and lighting, and easy access of fresh air to all parts of the. If, for example, the building is clumsy or anything, it is not access to the learn. The children, it show it decides the ventilation part, it decide the learning of the children. If ventilation is not up to the mark, not as uh, mentioned in the this one, the without ventilation, the children cannot play or cannot run or cannot do any activity in dark rooms. It is the children may afraid of the rooms. If the ventilation is very good, it's good for children's health also. So that's why we need to build, we need to establish a building. It is a well planned, so well equipped, or should be sanitation and hygiene, ventilation, and lighting, and easy access. It are like this. All should be the management should equip. The building should fulfill the minimum requirements of playrooms. Just now we say the playroom, laboratories, and washrooms. Every child must have at least square meter of a floor area. So this is a major requirement of to establish a daycare center. These are the main age areas. So rooms, how to how the rooms will be. Rooms, rectangular rooms, lend themselves more readily to activities of the children. Primary colors such as red, blue, and yellow can be used. Not dark, very dark colors. It shows not good. It is not good to attract the children. So the room color should attract the children. So we need to use red, blue, and yellow, and can be used to challenge the children imagination and it not overstimulated. The rooms for indoor play should be large enough for children to live, work together freely without regeneration for space. The workspace should be the workspace should be adaptable, flexible, livable, home like home environment. The amount of space should be adequate in relation to the number of children to move about to. It is also important how many students are joining in the room and how many are they gaining and number. According to the number of children, the room size should be there. And walls. The wall space should be functional and lend itself to promote activities, and abundance of primary pinning space at the eye level of the child is desirable in order to have picture boards. We need to provide different picture boards, not empty walls. It is not visible if it is visible with colorful and pictures, it will attract the children, and the children plays it one without hesitating, and by seeing walls only you can play and learn different situations. The arrangement of windows and doors should allow large spaces for bulletin boards, for attaching things to fall, to pull and for boards. The wall should be coated with a suitable washable porous material to deaden the noise. Shifting walls provide for a wide variety of activities and better use of space. Floors. Nowadays, the floors are building with built with tiles. If water pours in the floor, it is not comfortable with children. Dangerous to get on by the floor. Floors, especially that of the dining hall, should be such material that can be cleaned easily and maintained in sanitary condition. They should help deaden or absorb sound and be suited to hardware. Since many child activities are conducted on the floor, it is necessary that warmth and freedom from draft are ensured. Windows and doors. The doors, exit door, and internal doors and windows are important parts of the learning environment of the young child. Therefore, their placements need careful consideration. The windows should be low enough to enable children to look out and should be fitted with shades of blinds. They should be easily operated. Transparent shades or Venetian blinds help in regulating the light. All doors should be light in weight so that children can handle them easily. The heights of door knobs should be within easy reach of the children and of the type of that can readily turn without being hurt. Play areas. Play area outdoors. There is a player indoor games and outdoor games. If the daycare center will provide should provide indoor play areas and outdoor play areas. Then only the movement of place one place to one another place, the student will learn more and more, and the student will actively participate in the activities. While otherwise, there only one place, it, it the concentration of students will lose. So the play space should be provided indoor and outdoor area for play center. A minimum of 15 into 20 or 30 square meters of play space may be provided for a group of 30 children. If the children are 30, the play space should be 15 into 30, 20 or 30 square meters. Play should be ensure safety of children, that is prevent children from running out and getting hurt. It is a major condition, that is if a student getting hurt, it shows and it loses of interest of parents and also children to learn or to do activities. The play area may include both paved and cemented as well as kacha grass covered ground surface. It is safe if it grass covered surface is very good. Otherwise, there is getting hurt occurs. Slopes and steps leading to small sections that are at a slightly higher level than the rest of the area may be provided for specific activities like climbing and sliding. Provision for variety of activities like running, jumping, climbing, cycling, and water play, gardening, etc. may be made. If outdoor play, these all climbing, jumping, running, water play, gardening are mainly It is outdoor games only. It is possible in the outdoor games only. In indoor, these games are not possible. So outdoor place area should be available and should be accessible. A balance between sunny and shaded areas may be ensured. Both the sunny area and shaded area, because if the children will tired, then shaded area will place to sit the child. There are there may be a storage space for keeping equipment for active play located near the play area. The storage area may be provided to the children to keep the equipments and activity materials in the place. A lot of flowers and shrubs may be placed along the boundaries to make the place look and colorful attract. It is highly, I think, also important point. The flowers, if in the garden, like the outdoor area is like garden, the what number of flowers is there, the student will attract gardening and everything. A tree to hang swings may be used. Play space indoors. Outdoor space, we know outdoors for running, jumping, climbing, everything is in the outdoors. But in terms of play space indoors, a minimum indoor space is 5 into 7, 35 square meters for a group of 30 children. In the in their in the outdoor station, 15 to 30 meters means 450 square meters or 300 or 450 square meters for 30 children. Here only 35 square meters. Here 450 or 300 or 450 square meters. Here only 35 square meters for a group of 30 children was provided. Every preschool, in addition to classroom, should have a storage space, a toilet, a veranda, and cooking facility separate. Just now, I have seen shown a map where is the toilet, where is the dining hall, where is veranda, and everything. So every school should provide all these facilities. Room should be well ventilated and have adequate light. Just now we discussed about ventilation. Wall should be clean and well plastered. The wall should be colorful with photographies and pictures. So it should attract the students to learn and to do the activities. They should have ample space for display of children's work and other pictorial material at children island. So if children prepared an activity, that activity, if painted a picture, it should be pasted in the walls. So student will attract that paint. He very much encouraged by showing his activity, his picture. Then he will move towards the development of. So wall should be clean and well plastered. They should have ample space to display children work and other pictorial material at children eye level. A dirty mats and a set of low light tables, nest top tables for a group of 6 to 8 children for artwork, paperwork, or essential. Provision of blackboard at low level for scribbling and free drawn children play. Room size may be 5 into 9 square meter. This is 45 meters or above. Furniture may be made of material that can be easily cleaned and may be painted in bright and attractive colors. The furniture may be safe and light. If we made a furniture about steel, maybe harmful to students sometimes. So we made a material easily cleaned and maybe painted in a bright and attractive color. There may be a separate science corner, dolls corner, books corner that may be used in children. Science corner, dolls corner, and book corner that may be used by children. Bulletin boards may be provided. The placement of doors and windows may be such as provide for ample light and ventilation. The window may be at low level so that the children can look out. Facility for drinking water. Facility for pure drinking water should be provided. Provision should be made for washing the glasses, tumblers after use. Sanitation facility. A clean Indian type of toilet, child friendly, should be provided. Soap and towel should be provided. Garbage bin should be provided. Bathroom fixtures and sinks may be provided at low level so that children can reach them easily. Otherwise, so many no, bathrooms are the sinks are in the certain heights, so it is not accessible to the students. So sinks may be low level of so that the children can reach them easily. Then he can wash his hands or her hands easily. Exhaust fan may be installed in the bathroom window. Sleeping facility. After completion of activities or plays, the student may be tired. So there is a need a sleeping facility. A bedroom, bed and arrangements should be made available. It is essential to provide some period of rest during the day's work. If the duration of the preschool is long, arrangements have to be made for sleeping. A full day, there is a rest should be there. So then only student after sleeping two time, then after waking up, the student will actively participate more. Folding cots, mattress with sheets and pillows may be provided. Storage space. A storage space should be provided for storing material like paper, crayons, teaching aids, and etc. and other equipments and like play activities, papers and each child may be provided a locker or small shelf for personal use. These may be at a height within easy reach of the children. Separate storerooms may be provided for storage of material and stuff, equipment material. A child in the early childhood stage learns essentially through interacting with the environment, and this interaction cannot occur in a vacuum. A child needs stimulating environment. Without stimulating environment, any activity cannot be possible, which must necessarily have a variety of materials to arouse and sustain his curiosity and interest and promote his learning. On the other hand, financial constraints are major feature of most early childhood education programs. Keeping in mind these constraints in mind, it is suggested that the following points may be noted. The material listed is not prescriptive but suggestive. Wherever possible and required, improvisations may be resolved. There are a number of materials available, but a daycare center may not be possible to purchase all the material. So, as much as possible, daycare center, a teacher can use the already there material. If in the daycare center, the material will be used with diverse situations, different aspects. And the material purchased developed may be multi-purpose in nature for it to be cost effective. A teacher provide or provide facility to prepare a material student himself. In view of this extensive requirement material or the various developmental objectives, it will be necessary to fall back on the teacher made material. It is better to prepare a teacher material is home. Otherwise, the more activity should be given to the students to prepare a material. Outdoor equipment material for a large muscle development. The outdoor, most of the outdoor games develops physical development maybe occurs, and also psychological developments also occur. Commercially available or improvised equipment from the environment for providing experiences like climbing, jumping, balancing, swinging, swaying, cycling. These all these all these things the material is needed. Climbing, the climbing equipments we need, jumping, the equipment, balancing, all these equipment are more available in with high cost. So the daycare center management should provide all these things and also prepare some material in the center. Equipment like large and small balls, old tires, rings, etc. for throwing, rolling, catching, and kick should be provided. Sand pits, sandbags, trays, plastic strainer, containers, example plastic mugs, cauteries, different molds, etc. for sand play should be provided. This is a low cost material. One mug and rolling, catching, and skinner, and should be provided. This is a low cost material. This also provide showing high in curiosity in children. A basin, bucket, mugs, and cups are different sizes. Saves and floating toys for a water play should be provided. Indoor equipment material. Play material for manipulative play, for example, farm boards, mosses, tiles, nesting toys, beds, wire, leaves, twigs, pebbles, clay, sand, and any other material that child can easily manipulate. So most probably children play with the clay and wires and leaves, papers. It should be provided by the teacher. Play material for constructive play, for example, wooden plastic boxes, plastic cubes, cartoons, etc. To provide scope for constructive play, a sample of set of blocks varied shapes consisting of 74 pieces given below an example. A given the example. Rectangle pieces, double rectangle blocks, four fold rectangle block, square block, bridges, ramps, etc. All these cylinders, half Roman axis, pillars, double pillars, big cylinders, water areas, upcycle, shapes, small shapes, and paper shapes, and rectangle. For example, a ring circle, a ring in a bangle should be provided. It is a low cost material and paper, rectangle paper cutting, triangle paper cutting, different shapes prepared by teacher, and the activities should be given to the children to develop their psychomotor skills. Material for art and craft. Material for tearing, cutting, and pasting. Example: scissors, paper cloth, gum, Fevicol, etc. These are primary things. You can easily manipulate the psychomotor skills may be improved. Material for drawing, coloring, painting, example crayons, paints, colors, paint brushes, paper, color chalks, slates, etc. Material for clay work, example clay, shallow, basin, plastic cloths, a strained tumbler. The material of music movement activities, that is like dalak, drum, and triangles, arithmetic symbols, gangaroos, any other local available teacher made material. Music, so example tape recorder and music box, music system. It shows enthusiasm in children. It develops the activity, physical activity for by dancing and by moving, by singing, and gestures, movements, eye contact. It develops more many things in the job. So teacher should provide materials And also, a center should have first aid kit. First aid is the provision of initial care, illness or injury. Most of the children may injure while playing, while doing activities. For children, this is play. This is age of play and age of they don't know how to walk, how to run, how to jump, how to while jumping, while running, the children may get down. So these are they the children may injure. So there is a need of first aid kit in the center. So it is usually performed by non-expert person to a sick or injured person until appropriate medical treatment can be accessed in the hospital or by doctor. Certain self-limiting illness or minor injuries may not require a further medical care after first aid creation. In the first aid, we know bandages, sticking, plasters, sterilized surgical cotton, gauze, thermometer, scissors, everything is available. Potassium permanganate for wounds, everything. And and also audiovisual equipments. Just now I explained what are the audio tape recorder, radio. So audio aids helps a lot in learning language where communication and listening are important. So by audio aids, student listens and react, and so student learns so many things by reacting those languages. So it is language development. For language development, audio and video material will be used. We should provide those things. Auditory learning makes the children develop their listening skills. There are some ways where we can only listen to audio, such as tape recorder and radio. Video aids. The videos, what are the videos? Pictures, flashcards in the panel boards, blackboard. In the classroom, every classroom having a blackboard, textbooks, charts, maps, models, graphs, projectors and diagrams, and TVs, videos, and side projectors. All this equipment should be provided by the daycare centers. All these facilities are provided. What are the safety measures we need to take? Safety precautions. What are the precautions we need? The play space should be ensure safety of children. To prevent children from running out and getting hurt. While running, every children getting hurt. So we need to take care of those things. And the door should be light in white and should not be of self-locking or swinging type. There should be screens for all windows. Material that can be harmed the children look, tools, matchboxes, etc. should be stored in areas inaccessible to children. No toxic color should be used for play equipment. The equipment should be placed, avoid danger, accident, pollution, and so permit freedom of movement. Play material should not have any loose parts which children may swallow by mistake. And these are the precautions should be taken by the daycare center. What is the staff? One, the preschool staff will be the early school provides the foundation for the later development of the children, and teacher play very important role. Teaching is a satisfying, rewarding profession. Sometimes it can be challenging as well. Preschool teachers serve many roles in this role requires some essential qualities to succeed. No one without qualification, without training, it is highly impossible to train the children who are in the age of 3 to 6 years. It is a stage to growth all types of developments. So the teacher should be trained. Whether you are evaluating a potential preschool for your children or considering a career teaching, it is important to be aware of the important qualities that made outstanding teacher in a preschool. The following are the important qualities of the preschool teacher. There are requirements of the preschool teacher. What are the requirements? First, the teacher should be patient. Good preschool teacher should have the patience of a saying. Other without patience, we can't deal with the children. With patience only, we can deal with the children safely and effectively. Teacher have to work with the children at their own spaces. Each child is different. So if so approximately if 30 students are there, there are 30 mindsets are. The teacher needs to deal 30 different mindsets. So teacher should with sound knowledge, should have a sound knowledge and sound patience. They have to be patient even when dealing with the same questions over and over again. The question, age of question, the age of question, the student will ask question and again. Student teacher should listen, should teacher should have a patience and good and energetic person. A good teacher is kind, gentle, and has good personality. Without the personality, and the teacher is not a good. They should engage children with their teaching styles and hold their attention in all discussions. Children are attracted toward teachers with decent and likable personality. The teachers should have a patience mentality and a good knowledge over the children's age. And teachers should energetic. Preschool teachers should bring some life to their classroom by engaging their children in interesting activities. Teachers should prepare different activities for different children. Then only the teacher will succeed. Otherwise, it is not up to the mark. They should create an atmosphere where children feel they can an active part in the discussion. Children should feel we are in actively participating with teachers interaction or teacher activities. Then only the teacher, the student is actively involved and they will earn learning, learning while doing activities. Knowledgeable and up to date. The knowledge of the child, teacher should know the knowledge of the child up to date. There is a changing scenarios. Now, previously, the children are not using gadgets. They don't know the information. They don't know technology. But nowadays, the children, even though 1 year, 2 years, children are working with gadgets. They are playing with mobile phones. Or teachers should uh, should update knowledge what the children are coming with the knowledge, which type of knowledge they are, how they are playing with the budget. This knowledge should be updated by the teachers. Teachers need to throughout the knowledge and in-depth understanding of the subjects they are teaching and should remain up to date with all latest developments in those fields. Comprehensive knowledge of topics being taught is important to capture the attention and participation of children. And also, teacher should be flexible. The teacher should be prepared for any change in the classroom of the course. If student ask a question, teacher should respond. And if a student ask an innovative idea, student given a innovative idea, teacher should follow that idea. That flexibility should be there. They must adapt accordingly. They should be ready to handle any type of question posed by children and address difficult situations. Good listener and communicator. So any teacher he should be a good listener, and he should be a good communicator. Children will not be interested in a class if they feel that the teacher is not listening. If you are not listening to your children, the children may not show the interest on you. If you are a good listener of your child, the children will attract your classroom teaching learning process. And apart from being a good listener, a great teacher also a good communicator. You can communicate and you can ask the things how the children, what are the problems he is facing while teaching learning and while doing activities. Then the children will say something. And you, as a teacher, you should listen something. Organizing. A teacher have accomplished many things organizing the classroom, covering a vast curriculum and a bulletin boards. They should remain organized. Their teaching material. And if you organized many types of teaching learning material, if you showed different types of materials like corner boards, to prepare and display boards, and in a pictorial pictures painted by you or someone or students, it should be organization is required. And teaching learning how the teaching learning material you are going to organize in the classroom. It shows the enthusiasm of the children towards your is learning. Mature. Teacher should mature. Teachers should have a high level of maturity when dealing with their students, problems, and managing any conflicts. They must handle each situation appropriately so students can learn from them. And passion for teaching and learning. Without passion, no one can having a teaching position. So teacher should having a passion about his duty. A good preschool teacher should passionate about teaching and love to work with children. Teacher should develop a good rapport and trusting relationship with their children as the influence level of children immensely. Compassionate. Each teacher should be compassionate. Show compassion to the students who have difficulty in learning and in any other problems. Confidence. Teacher should be a confident. Teacher should remain confident in difficult situation also. Can handle that situation in different context and different situations. And a teacher should be innovative. Always a innovative teacher is a good teacher, is a top teacher. Without innovations, our teaching profession be a bored. Always you should be innovative teacher. So courage. A teacher should be bold in their approach and take risks in their teaching styles. He should be a natural leader, an interesting teacher. So these are the activities, the following important qualities of a preschool children. If a teacher who recruit a teacher, all these qualities should be there in the teacher. With the above qualities, the caregivers, teachers in any CECA program or facilitator who engage children with multiple experiences to foster their all-round development, the play the following roles. Observation, observe the children to identify the needs and capabilities. Plan developmentally appropriate, holistic and challenging activities. Facilitate learning to meet the objectives of the adapt activities to suit learning abilities of children. Focus not only the planning and conducting activities, but also in the continuous process for interaction and learning to the children environment. Interact verbally with children in a calm, respectful, and friendly manner. Ensure social inclusion of children with disability in the ECCE classroom, help in early identification and intervention for children with special needs. It is a most important factor. We need to identify the children's performance or any other disability, a slow learner, any, for example, is a slow in learning and slow in activities, is not concentrating in play and activities. This should creation should attention keep attention in the students. Work partnership with parents to provide different situations to the parents to interact with the teachers. All these activities should be done by the teachers. So today, thank you very much. Tomorrow we will discuss with other topics, registers and records. What are the other registers and records in the preschool? And another topic we should learn. Thank you. Thank you very much.